Hey everybody, you're very welcome to the latest episode of DKTalks with myself, Christina Quigley. I am from Hoist Group and I'm so excited to host this show today. We have a great show ahead of us. We are talking about disrupting the travel industry and also the food and beverage industry with the amazing team from FlyKube, or KubeCoin, as you also know them from. With me today, I have Darko, who is also the lead presenter here on DKTalks. Darko?
Hi guys, I'm so happy being together today with you and with Christina and with our guest Paolo. We will try to answer all of the questions and as well try to present the KubeCoin team in the lights that you can use it and adopt it in your hospitality environments.
And last but not least, introducing Paolo, head of KubeCoin. I'm so excited about this because Paolo is actually doing his pre-sale launch tomorrow on 3rd of November, which is really, really big. And they've also just sold out of their B2B or introducing, referring a friend yesterday, wasn't it, Paolo?
Yeah.
So Paolo, you're very welcome to the show. Please tell us a bit about yourself, about FlyKube and KubeCoin, how it all began, and how did you get into this amazing world of crypto, hospitality, and travel tech?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Well, thanks for the invitation. I'm really happy to be here. So everything started with in late 2017. We built a startup called FlyKube in the travel industry with the added value of surprise. So basically, our clients, they book a package that includes round-trip flights and accommodation and experiences, and considering the surprise. So 2 days before, they receive the destinations and all the information about their trip. So it became really a trend since we started. There was already something before, but what we did, we started in Spain, in Italy, and then in the all Western Europe really fast. We scaled up really fast in just 1 year and a half. So it was amazing. So it allowed us to think bigger and bigger. And in time, when of course COVID happened, our business line was like we were not selling anything, so everything was stuck. So we decided to work on technology. So let's take this time to implement new technology, make better operations and the flow more smoother. And we realized that we could do really more than that. So we started to have a lot of brainstorming. We had a lot of time when the COVID happened. So we were having with the manager brainstorming about what we could do. Travel industry stuck. So and then a lot of ideas came up, and we decided that some of these ideas were actually really good in time. And we built basically 7 startups. So the project for 7 startups. The problem is that when you have a startup in a seed round, you need to focus on one product. So what we did to make it work and work on different startups, we created a centralized system, centralized technology for all of them, because the products are basically almost the same. And then, because the situation was like this, we had the seventh startup that was KubeCoin. There was already an idea to build the blockchain technology to implement payment system in the future, because we invest in cryptocurrency since time, me and the other managers. So we were saying, this is the future, so we have to do it. We have to implement this system. So it was in time. But then when this happened, we said, let's start already. And instead of building a blockchain ourselves, maybe something we can do in future, we said, let's find the best blockchain on the market. Let's try to speak with them. Let's not just build, a coin, like, a token, like everybody can do if you develop it in 10 minutes. And let's do something strong, because we look a long-term roadmap. And then we picked up Cardano. We tried to speak with them, with the manager. I spent like a month to try to speak with them. And, we cannot have a deal, a partnership with them. It's, sort of conflict of interest, of course. But we didn't want just the blockchain and put the token on it. We wanted something more. And we wanted help in technology, because we weren't the expert in blockchain. We are in the travel and hospitality industry. And so we had all the information. They asked us to participate to their program for Alonso, for the testnet. We entered in the alpha of it. It was already started when we when we decided to get into it, but we contributed, so it was really a nice thing. And then we have conversations with them basically on not really on marketing side, it's more about business side, but always respecting the conflict of interest. You know, it's just to understand how to make it better, you know, in time, looking at their roadmap and our roadmap. It really inspired us. Sorry,
No, I think that's really interesting because you've given us the full life of the cycle and you've actually opened our eyes as well to a few different things. So you did bring us to Cardano. So, you know, why exactly do you think, not just because it is the leading blockchain in the industry, but also why do you think you partnered with them? Because again, for me, I look at them every day. I have ADA staked as well, just like pretty much everybody else in the crypto world. I see them as very progressive and forward thinking in regards to blockchain, whereas they've got a huge focus as well on charity, expanding the world, opening up other worlds that would have never had a chance to do this. So is that a reason also why you decided to go with Cardano and with Charles and his team?
Yeah, we started like amateurs. We started with Binance, with the smart chains. We started looking at Ethereum. And then we were seeing they were really so easy. Me, myself, I invested in a lot of shitcoins to understand how it worked. And I lost money, but I had to understand it. I lost a few money, not that much. I had to understand. So we said, it doesn't work for us. Really doesn't work for us. So we were, I'm passionate with Cardano because we were looking at Cardano since a long time. And the main reason is that the roadmap is long-term on the decentralization. So the full decentralization. So it's better because they fix already a lot of things in their blockchain that we need to fix in 2 years. So we said, okay, we knew a bit about it. You know, we were not like the knowledge we have now is completely different. But we were inspired from their roadmap, and we look at our startup long term. Long term in our plan is in 5 years. Like our company plan, but the decentralization maybe can take more. So we like to think in that way. In the crypto industry, unfortunately, long term is like a taboo. It's not really a good term. People want to invest and take the profit straight away. Yeah. I don't mind about it. I don't like that. So I take my time. I take my time to build things properly. We made a lot of mistakes. We make still a lot of mistakes, but in time we will reach what we want to achieve. And that's why we really like connected and on the same page with Cardano.
I really like your honesty that you've actually invested over time, you've lost money, you had to go back to the drawing board and do your research, because again, that's something that a lot of people are very conscious about when they're getting involved in cryptocurrency, is actually losing money. It goes without saying, it happens in everything that you trade in. And I really admire that you guys are constantly evolving and constantly re-looking at the dashboards again and kind of going, this is not working for us, let's go and look at something else. And that really makes sense to everyone. And it's great to hear, like I said, the truth, because a lot of companies don't speak about the truth. They never say that I've invested in something, it didn't work out, so we had to go back again. You know, let's be honest, a lot of the world that we're living in is good news stories. So no one wants to admit their flaws when it comes to their project because they're afraid that it's going to impact it. But you are human. And that's what I really love about FlyKube 100%, is that you are human and you are running it as a human, you know, and that's the one thing we spoke to your marketing team recently as well. And I was really impressed with that kind of human touch element, which is so important when it comes to marketing your tool, to being able to push your tool further, because we are in a world where there is a lot of fake coins out there. We just spoke about it in the green room. And, you know, you need to be able to be past them so that people can invest in you and people actually realize that you were going to be around for a very long time, because you guys have been around for a long time. You started in 2017 and not many people even realize that. And probably the brainchild before that was probably for about 2 or 3 years. And I've seen your project, I've seen your roadmap, and Darko was the one who introduced me to this. And, you know, your 5-year plan looks absolutely amazing. I'm really excited about this. That's why we have you here today. So let's kick off and have a conversation about FlyKube, because this is where it all started. It started in 2017. Yeah. How did it come about? What made you go into this whole secret surprise flights? I probably would have panic attacks, by the way, because I'm a serial planner.
When we started, we were actually before FlyKube, there was another company that was like planning trips with an algorithm, and it failed. It wasn't ready for the market. It was a good idea, but really complicated to get on the market. So the guys, we had a brainstorm all together. And I was not yet part of the full team because I entered in FlyKube as investor at the beginning. So the idea was like when COVID happened, it was almost the same. The other idea is not working. What we do, we started looking around and we decided to do the opposite. So let's do something like new generation needs something different. So that was the main point. New generation needs everything, with the advancement of technology. I'm not going to bother about it, but everything needs to be done really fast and smooth. And that's what the new generation wants. So first thing first, we needed to make the booking process easier. Like if you go in also on our main partners, you need to choose an hotel, you need to choose flights, look at the prices, there are a lot of offers, it's really complicated. So let an algorithm to decide this. So we've seen that there were already companies before. There is one main company in Spain that built this concept. The main concept before that came from the people that were going to the airport and looking for the cheaper flight at the moment and then take it and go. So what they did, they put it on a website and they created this funnel, booking funnel really fast. So our implementation was, the approach was completely different. So let's spread with different packages and let's make it smoother. So now like you take your time, maybe you try it a few times, the booking process, but the main focus is that you need to finish the booking process in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes as maximum. And what we do, if you want to stay more, it's good for us because we add like a game in it. So you can discard destination. In time now we are going to release the new website, the second version, so there will be a lot of extras and a lot of fun things. So main focus are it needs to be smooth, it needs to be smooth, fast, and most important, it needs to be really fun. So people want that. So we catch this concept, we put in the algorithm, in the back end and in the front end, and it worked. And actually our approach, marketing wise, really worked because we have. I said we have a long-term map, but we also think big in a fast way. So we open markets like just COVID stopped us because in 1 year and a half we opened 7 markets like straight away, and it worked. So like competitors tried in different markets, they couldn't achieve it. We did it. How we did it? The product is good. The main thing. And second, prices are the same with the competitors, so it's not that. Maybe it's our approach to do marketing that is working and focusing on the clients. I must say that right now we have to still implement new features on the website because we've been stuck for a year and a half. So we need to reactivate the proper customer service. There is a lot of work to do because we started back in June. So imagine like nothing for more than a year, and then in June starting selling again and making new features, starting employing the new resources in the company because we were like down for a long time, and we see that we're still here. So the good thing is that we survived COVID, being in the most affected market, in both most affected markets. So something good with it, with it.
Who are your partners right now that you're buying flights from? Are you buying them through like a GDS distribution, or are you buying them from the airlines direct? Because I think that's really interesting when you're looking at it from a hotel that's sitting there. Yeah. They may have guests coming from you guys already and they don't even realize it.
So there is a time frame. Before COVID, we had direct collaboration with hotels, with hotel chains, with some airline companies. Now we had to start back. So in June, we started back with the main partners. The main one is Expedia. Then we have Booking, we have hotel beds, we have quite a few partners that we're working constantly with them. And apart from that, we had to start to rebuild the direct connection with the hotels. and KubeCoin will help with that, and the hotel chains as well. So we're now starting the agreements, and again we have to start back everything. So we started again with the hotel chains. And about the air companies, the thing is that in Europe we book the flights directly through them. Some with API, some are just going on the website, but we need to scale up faster and get global. We will not use GDS. We will use direct collaborations with them. So we just book a few seats in advance, and we were working with Amadeus and Galileo, if you know the industry, for quite a few time, but we actually, with the surprise concept, we don't need that because we want to fully automate our booking engine. So we're going through steps to fully automate it. It's going to take time, and now we are at 30% of the automation, and we don't need an external service for that. We just need sales managers to make the deals with the companies.
I love this because it's something Darko and I are very passionate about. I'm actually a former hotelier and revenue manager, dealing with systems and revenue and pricing across multiple fields within the hospitality industry for many years. And Darko is the brainchild behind a lot of the technical questions when it comes to the distribution side of things. So it's really interesting that you mentioned some of the partners that hoteliers have existing relationships with, such as Expedia and Hotel Beds, where, you know, hoteliers, and this is back to the point again, hoteliers don't even realize that crypto travelers are coming to their hotels, that they are paying a lot of money to come to their hotels, either by paying in coin form or actually on site being able to do it. So let's talk about your new venture, which is coming up, which is EatKube, because this is going to, for me personally, this is really revolutionary. You know, you are going to do this end-to-end user essentially for crypto travelers, which is very unique in a way that hotels can adopt this technology to be able to allow people to pay, process, and use their coins to be able to actually enjoy their stay with you. So what stage is EatKube at right now? And are you starting to consider doing a whole one big direct contract with hotels, or will it be broken up into, you know, an operational side and a revenue and booking engine side?
So there is, I must say something before. As I said before, our verticals, our business lines use the same system. Why? Because it's all based on surprise. So when we started FlyKube, we realized that we could do that. So we did an MVP for restaurants, and that's why the idea of EatKube came up. The booking funnel is really easier. It's like FlyKube, but it's like 30 seconds to complete it. And we did the MVP in Barcelona, and it worked really well. So after that, during COVID, because also restaurants were closed, we did the delivery server, and it worked as well, the MVP. So we decided to scale up also this business line. We are not going to do that right now because we have KubeCoin ongoing. So it's going to be in 2022, but it's going to, the difference is that the average ticket for EatKube is less than the travel industry, really less. It's like going to a dinner. So we need to scale up like globally already. It's ton of investment. And from hotels part, so I say this because restaurants and hotels are connected for the crypto payments methods. So what we're going to do, when we started with KubeCoin, we said, let's do it as, because we need a payment system for crypto for the future. Okay, but what we can do now? When we started, we were thinking it can be like the use case. It can be a good thing to give awards to people to book through the platform, and then give back some coins in exchange if they book. And we try to move the coin in this way. So it was more a marketing effort. It was more than that. So we realized that we need to build apps. We need to build the platform. We need to build engines for payment systems. So the world is not ready yet for this technology. I'm sure there is a Revuto, that is also in the same blockchain, that is doing something similar. So we need already application to make the life easier for people to pay with crypto. So we're going to hire a few financial advisors for that. We need for KubeCoin, and we need for that because the idea is not to get too much commissions. The problem is with exchanges and the transfer with the crypto, it's the huge commission they are in. Cardano has this in the rope now. So like now we are paying for our for our transfer for the KubeCoin, we are paying an amount that's going to go down in time. They said, and I believe that. So we have to do the same. So try to make people to pay in hotel, in restaurants, and starting from that, it's a huge market. So it should spread really fast with a really easy application for that. Actually, right now we have an idea. We have a project. We need to implement it. You know how it works with the MVP. We need time, but I'm sure we're going to reach that. And KubeCoin is for that. What we did, we went to Barcelona to the Cardano's hotel here to General, and we started to speak with the guy, and we became friends just before the Cardano event, like 2 months ago. And we had a meeting with him and trying to understand how you got money from that. And when we went there, it was nice. It was really nice because it's revolutionary, but you see they still based on the address. It's still based on the QR code and addresses. It's like looking at, not because of him, I mean, the old system, it's like looking at the old telephone and now we have iPhones. So I had this impression. So I say, okay, that's the issue. The address and the QR, this is an issue. People doesn't get it. It's really secure, but it's not easy. So we're now trying to understand how to make it easier. Yeah.
So I can as well also say that beside just accepting the payment, for sure you thought about as well also how the user at the end of the day, hotelier or restaurant, can then have this staking possibility and as well also farming possibilities. So I think that for sure, can you share, do you have plans how to educate the hoteliers in that area as well? Because the thing here is that what Christina and myself came as a conclusion during these discovery phases is that predominantly right now we have a situation where you can accept the payment and then convert it in fiat or keeping. The thing here is when you keep it, then person need to be educated what and how they can keep these coins. So do you have any ideas or plans in that area as well?
Yes, we are not going to do proof of stake because as a token we cannot do it or didn't find a way yet. But without having a blockchain you cannot do it. But maybe in future we can collaborate with one of them. I don't know. For now, we built a proof of use. So the proof of use is exactly what you said. So to keep it and use it instead of speculate on it in exchange markets, just use it and you get rewards on it. You get back, and then the idea right now, until the people get used. I see the society like maybe in 10 years, but maybe it's a stupid vision. I don't know. But I see the society like in Mr. Robot. That everybody pay with eCoin. So I see that in future. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not. But it would be easier actually to have a system like this. So this is what we want to achieve. And so to make people get used to pay with cryptocurrency, the idea is also to implement a way to get really, really small commissions and nothing on the swap if it's possible for fiat payments. So like converting, that's the problem. The problem is the price and the timing. So like when you make a transaction, it takes time, the nodes and everything. So these are the things that are taking really time. So we want to investigate on that and try to make it faster, paying also like converting at the same time with fiat. I have an idea, financial idea about it, but I need financial advisor. That's like the fiat method is like we can purchase it, like we can purchase with our resources and advance the payment for the client in fiat. So this could be an idea, but it depends because maybe if it works really well and the travel industry is really huge market, we need a lot of cash to make it run. So I need to investigate more about it, but I have a sort of idea how to get to that point.
And the next question is, Do you see here a more challenge on technology side of an adoption, or the user understanding and what they can do with that kind of technology? Where would be your focus right now? Is it the focus on building something new right now, or would it be in parallel as well also educational piece of the thing?
I think the educational doesn't help. I think the trust will help. So people need to trust you. So in this way, if they trust and try it, they get educated by themselves, if you make it easier. So it's all connected. So if you work on the technology to make things easier and faster, that's what happened with FlyKube, and the people will get it easier, so can do it. And at the same time, it's I must say, well, it's really connect technology and trust. They go together. I cannot say, you know, that they're not separate. They just make things work, like new technology to work properly, and I'm sure they will use it like straight away. Then marketing wise, you need to do something about it. So not really educational. Just make the product easy, and the people will get it. We have a lot of channels with marketing. We try a lot of channels. We're really expert in marketing. Also because we are a 30-part company, so we don't sell our own products. So we need to be really good in marketing to do that. And the travel industry is really, as I said, big, and a lot of competitors in it. So we know actually how to make people trust us. And as you said, we need to be real. That's all. It's not really complicated. Just be real. Say things. Don't hide. When I went to Silicon Valley 2 months ago, I learned this from Draper, the investor I've been with there, and he was saying this. Don't care about the competitors. They want to steal idea, make them steal the idea, because the market will go, then other people will know about the idea. And then at the end, the market will decide if you better than the competitor. So whatever, just steal me. Look at my LinkedIn all the time. I don't care. No.
First of all, you mentioned Hotel Jennifer. Hey, Alfred, if you're watching, Alfred is a very good friend of us here at DKTalks. We've had him on a show a few times. He's actually a really good friend of ours, and he actually markets very, very well in the crypto world. So let's go back to the marketing, because you actually mentioned marketing probably about 10 times in that sentence. So, which is really interesting, because again, this is the reason why we're very passionate about it, because hotels don't realize that cryptocurrency, crypto travel is a complete untapped market. It is totally different marketing on Twitter, on social media, to crypto travelers and what they do. So, you know, what really interests me is the fact that your marketing budget is 50% of your funds being used right now. That just blows my mind. We struggle to get hoteliers to even put 10% off their allowance of a budget into any type of marketing during the year. If they'd done that, they'd all be worth a fortune. So how can you recommend, or what can you say to hoteliers right now to actually encourage them to increase their marketing spend, but also invest properly in crypto marketing on the social channels? And what social channels would you recommend to them to use? Because, you know, everyone is using Telegram, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. What are the key ones that you actually market on right now?
We made a test. We made a test during the first pre-sale. We decided to go in the crypto social channels only with KubeCoin and see what happened in the other ones. So like Instagram, for example. And because we keep separate our communities. The FlyKube community is separated from EatKube and from KubeCoin. They're totally different. FlyKube and EatKube, they can go together sometimes, but it's more like with the trusted clients. So the ones that give us email, they are like genuine leads. We will say to them, look, we have another business line, and we work together with that. But that's all. So KubeCoin needs to be separate from that. We asked to the travel community about crypto, and 99% of the people say, I don't care about it. So it's really a niche. So to make crypto travel, to get into social other social media. Actually, we did the test with the KubeCoin, and they come into Instagram. So they come in by themselves. So I wouldn't force that. Marketing-wise, I'm not an expert in marketing. I'm just the responsible of the company. There is a Mark, our CMO, that is taking care. But I can guess that we don't need to force that. As long as you have the product, as long as you say to the crypto community, look, this is long-term, and this is made for payment system. This is made for travel industry, for hospitality industry, for leisure industry. So just go there and look at our companies and do whatever you want. Check the website, do the booking. There are a lot of investors that they were investigated and contact our customer service asking, is KubeCoin part of FlyKube? And then we were saying, yes, it's part of FlyKube, to trust us. So we didn't force anything. So I wouldn't, as I said, I wouldn't convince them to get into the travel markets, like forcing marketing wise. They will do it. If they check the product, they will do it. And they did. Actually, Instagram is going up without doing anything.
Perfect. Sorry.
Go on, Darko.
No, I just wanted to say that right now with this marketing and all of this, do you have, when it comes to the strategy, as you said, that you don't want to mix two entities, like EatKube is a different niche of people, then the FlyKube is a different, but as you are building up a platform, so with KubeCoin, you would like to combine all of this thing in one. So for sure you have different strategies for these 7 startups. And right now my question here for you is, okay, we touch FlyKube, we touch EatKube, but in your white papers you also have the NFTs in the future. You have as well also some ticketing systems, etc. So WowCube, I'm really interested in what these things are. Okay, maybe you don't need to hide too much into details, but really would like to see the ecosystem of the KubeCoin in general and how you want to plan it in the future, including all of these marketing activities as such.
Absolutely. Thanks for the question. First of all, Cube ecosystem, the main company in the Cube ecosystem is the Cube Group. Under Cube Group, there is a FlyKube that is active right now, and EatKube that passed the MVP. So, as I said, there is a centralized system that connects all the surprise startups. They all connected together, but like in the back. But in the front, we need to keep them separate. It's like Amazon Music, Amazon Video. It's like this. So behind there is something centralized, but what we show is different. Of course, the different products. The system is the same. So what we have, for example, we have CubeBox. CubeBox is like the same we have FlyKube, and EatKube together in physical packages. Physical packages for presents, for gifts, for companies, and this is our B2B vertical. It's specifically for companies, and also physical distribution in time. We have already the deals before COVID. Now we have to activate it for physical distribution. Then we have the NFT platform. There is a market for us there. We have as we have a strong community with FlyKube. That's maybe answering also to your question of before. That's maybe a way to make travel people to get into the decentralization community. It's an NFT platform made for adventures. So basically, travelers, mostly travelers and people that want to have fun. And then there is incubator or incubator. We didn't decide on the name yet. Is we have a lot of ideas, so to keep them going on and not really put the focus on that, we're building like an incubator inside the company. We have a space here. We have all the resources for other companies to join us. And I started as investor this journey, so as a seed business angel, not like big investor. So I like the ideas when they come at beginning from scratch. So what we want to do, we want to involve other companies and get in the same centralized system. That's why we created it. The idea at the beginning was to create it for like to decentralize it, to make other people to use it. So in this way, the other business can do it. So they can come together, they can come to our place or work remotely and use our system to build their startup. They must be connected to our vision. So that's the thing. We will never invest in something that's not part of our industries. And there is the last one. We cannot say anything about it because it's the better idea we had. It's really a way to engage more with our customers, with our clients, with our users, and it will be used for all. Well, it connects all the verticals, as I said, but with the front. So it's something that we're going there. everybody can use every day. I cannot say more about it because it's still on project stage, but we hopefully we will launch it in next year, possibly.
In a nutshell, to make simplified, so that's the reason why I decided to go with Cardano, because for sure the KubeCoin strategy as well, also to release products in 6 month, 10 months phases to fulfill the ecosystem, so that the holders of KubeCoin would actually have benefits on different platforms and be like a partial investors in all of this, which you nicely explained. And as well also from the user point of view, the thing here is that all of the merchants or the retailers who will actually use your solution would have a benefit of being a part of the whole ecosystem. Yeah. So to simplify it, I'm personally really impressed with the idea, and as well also that you have two already an interesting products. Everything which you are right now planning, it's really reasonable, and as well also something very interesting for the future.
Thank you, Darko. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I think it's very interesting to see and hear the different products that you guys are coming up with constantly. How are you constantly turned on? Because let's be honest, a lot of the guys who work in the cryptocurrency world are actually working pretty much 24/7 to be able to achieve their dreams and their goals.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping since a week because of the pre-sale, and also I like to be involved in the community. Mark tell me that I shouldn't, because we have ambassadors, we have the community managers, we have everybody working on that, but I like to do that. So I'm not sleeping that much, but it's good. We need to do that. And now it's the time to recover from 2 years of bad time, and we need to accelerate and recover it. So it's good. We are all involved 24 hours on it. I spent the weekend with the CTO on the servers. So yeah, we all involved and working full time, 24 hours, but like almost all day. And maybe we will take, after the pre-sale, we'll take 2-3 days off, maybe. Possible, yeah.
I think it's almost coming to that stage, because you are only just 1 day away from your pre-sale. So are you on track with the rest of your roadmap? You did mention your roadmap a few times now during the show. So are you guys on track with it, or do you foresee delays in the next few weeks or months, especially given the fact that you want to achieve listings on a lot of the different coin markets right now?
The delays that we could experience are with the audit, because we don't manage it. So we know it's about 20 days a month, but who knows? It's an external entity. We already committed the company for that. And the other one is the listing in the exchanges. So we plan it in the first quarter of 2022. It's up to them to decide. We had already offers from tier 1 exchanges. We didn't take them, even negotiate, because we're busy with the pre-sale. We want this to be success before to do that, and then we try to understand how to get there and faster. So these are the only 2 delays that I could experience. And actually, the roadmap is going faster than we expected, because we were planning in a few months to get on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and we already there. Actually, we are already there with an airdrop, but it's quite successful. We have today 800,000 in watch list on CoinMarketCap. This is amazing considering it's a pre-sale, and so it gives already trust to all investors. And this part, so we basically solved it. We had to contact CoinMarketCap, present all the tokens, and we didn't do that much. So we just spoke with them, and they understood it's a real company. There's a serious project behind, so let's do that. So actually, he accelerated. There are a few more things that I don't remember right now, but he accelerated a few months, so it's better. So we probably can close the pre-sale before and release the tokens before. So that's what we're saying in the last quarter of this year. We would like to release the tokens. It's up to the audit entity for that.
I think that's really interesting, given the fact that it takes so long for a company to actually become real in this world. But as you mentioned, there is a lot of strict audits being carried out as well to make sure that you are a legitimate company. And I think that's something that, again, people need to do a lot of reading when it comes to cryptocurrency. They need to do a lot of research. They need to look at Reddit, Twitter, YouTube videos. They need to read them white papers 100% and understand properly what they're getting into and whether it's in a legitimate interest rather than a fake dodgy coin, which we've actually seen again over the last few weeks come to life, spearhead, completely disrupt the market, but will leave and then will just create turmoil again and people will get worried. But I think the one thing people need to realize is that when you invest in something, you're supposed to believe in something. It's almost like investing in, you know, a hobby or something in your own life. You need to believe in it 100% rather than throwing thousands of euros down just for a quick fix. There's no such thing as quick money and there's no such thing as free money. It does take a lot of work.
Yeah, it's hard to make people understand that. Yeah, it's really hard. We do it, we contribute to that. So we always say, don't invest if you want the money. Like after a month, it's not going to happen with us. So in general, we'll say.
I think it's with everybody though. And I think that's one thing people need to realize again. It's, you know, we're here to try to educate the travel industry and the hospitality community on the new upcoming projects and how cryptocurrency isn't a dark art, how the crypto world and crypto tech isn't a dark art, but you do need to be careful. We're not telling you to invest, but we're trying to give you the educational tools of all these amazing projects like FlyKube and EatKube that is coming to the forefront right now that will, in the next few years, completely revolutionize how people travel. And that's one thing we're very excited about. It's disrupting travel. And, you know, you've mentioned that you're using partners, but soon you're going to be contacting hotels to actually create those direct connections, which is amazing. So, Paolo, how can people get in contact with you, especially hoteliers who are listening right now? Because we do have a lot of crypto hoteliers that are in the world that are considering getting into contracting and marketing with crypto companies. How can they contact you to express interest in partnering with you for hotels and for your flights?
We have an email, partners at kubecoin.org, and they contact us also on info at FlyKube.com. Yeah, Spanish and Italian sometimes. And so these two emails, and then they will be forwarded to the B2B team or to me directly, and I'll pass it to the operational or B2B team. So they can contact us. Also, they can join us in the social media, and the ambassador will say how to get in touch with us. We're pretty open. In the white paper, there were my number, but then they start calling, so I started. So we stop, and there are all emails out there, so it's really easy to get in touch with us. We give priorities at the moment, yeah.
If you haven't seen FlyKube yet on YouTube or on any of the videos, there's a lot of bloggers out there right now that are actually talking about FlyKube, talking about KubeCoin. Please check them out. Check them also out on Twitter and also on LinkedIn. These guys are amazing. What they're doing is revolutionary. They are going on pre-sale again tomorrow, the 3rd of November. So I do wish you all the best of luck. Before we finish up, Darko, do you have anything to add?
No, I'm happy as an IT hotelier person, and I can say as well also in the Christina name that such a companies exist, that you guys are on a horizon, that the hoteliers will benefit of the technology as such, and as well also that these interesting ideas would actually through our show be on the front of the ground, and I'm really happy to have this opportunity to speak with you, Paolo, and it was my great pleasure.
Me too. It was really great to speak with you guys. Really, I really enjoyed it.
Thanks a million, Paolo, and we look forward to seeing how FlyKube and KubeCoin progress over the next few months.
Thank you.
Yeah.